Hello everyone. Today we'll continue this Russian lesson here, and let's see here. The last lesson we talked about the nominative, the accusative, and the prepositional case, right? But what I'm going to do here today is today we're going to talk about the accusative case. We only talked about the nominative and the prepositional case before, but today I'm going to try to combine this nominative, this accusative, and the prepositional. Try to get practice with everything we've learned so far, because it's important to do that in any language, anything, especially Russian, because you may skip, you may get further and not use something for a long time. You may end up forgetting. So it's important to, when you move further, try to combine everything. When you're making your example sentences or whatnot, make sure you just add some stuff from what you learned before, from what you learned before, so you won't forget. So that's what I'm going to try to do here today. I'm going to try to combine all the stuff. We have adjective. We talked about adjective plurals, and we talked about the prepositional case, and what else? Nominative and all that good stuff. Neuter plurals. So yeah, let's get started here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these rules for this accusative case here. Okay, this is just basic stuff we need to know for the Russian. It's very basic. Okay, so there you have it. So if it's inanimate in accusative, if it's inanimate, then the word is not going to change. Okay, noun, inanimate, it's not going to change. Okay, adjective, those, whatever it is, if it's inanimate, there's no change. If it's animate, ends with a consonant, you're going to add an A, I. Okay, again, if it's animate and it ends with mягкий знак, then you're going to add ya. Replace мягкий знак and add ya. Alright? Another, if it's animate, you're going to replace и краткое with ya. Okay? И краткое, ya. Alright? Now at the bottom you have feminine and masculine types in singular. So if it's I, it becomes u, ya, you, in accusative. Okay, so for example, you have kniga, which is book, and it ends with an I, so you're going to drop that off in the accusative and add u, so it becomes knigu. Okay, the bottom one, Rossiya, Russia, Rossiya. You're going to take off the ya and add u, and it becomes Rossiyu. Alright? So, juvenile. Okay, that one there, that's the inanimate. Okay, I just put that one there to show you, when you use that in the accusative case, it won't change. You don't add anything to the juvenile because it's inanimate. Now, if it was animate, if that word was animate, then you would, of course, it ends with a consonant, you would add an I. But here it's inanimate, so no need to change that. Okay? So I have some examples here. I'm going to show you guys how to have fun with it. Alright? So, first of all, my first sentence here I use, let's see what we got practice with. Okay, lubit. Okay, so that's a tense. We talked about tenses before. Искусство. This is art. This is neuter. Okay, говорить. This is like the infinitive, or to speak, or to speak, or say. Вроси. So that's prepositional case in Russia. And then красивый. This is the adjective plural, because we're talking about more than one. So that, we put this in this adjective plural in искусство. It's искусство, but this time it's plural. So we had to add an I. If you guys watched the previous video, you guys know what I'm talking about. The neuter, this neuter became plural. It became an I, an accented I. Alright? So, okay. So let me read it. Для тех, кто любит искусство, мне нужно говорить, что В России есть очень красивые искусства. Okay? Для тех, кто любит искусство, не нужно говорить, что в России есть очень красивые искусства. Alright? So, this Didiatech, we'll talk about that later. But this is for those who love art. For those who love art, I must, or I have to say that in Russia, there's a lot of beautiful art. There's a lot of beautiful art. Okay? So, as you guys can see, as I explained before, we got practice with this adjective plural, neuter plural, some tenses and preposition case there. Okay? So for those who love art, I must say, or I have to say, that in Russia there's a lot of beautiful art. All right. So here, любить искусство. This is accusative. Okay, this is accusative. This here, like, it won't change because it's inanimate, right? So любить искусство, it's in its normal form, nominative. It doesn't change. Now, for example, let's take a word that will change. Let's take Russia and say, like, those who love Russia. It will be любить Россию. Любить Россию. Now the ya, Россия becomes you because now it's accusative. All right. So accusative is just like, how can I explain accusative? It's like object. It's like marking an object. If you guys, let me see. I know many of you guys probably don't speak Japanese or know Japanese, but those of you who are studying Russian and know Japanese pretty well, or have some a good idea of how the o, this o right here, okay. So if you guys have a pretty good idea of Japanese, of how this o works, is similar in Russian, but they do it in a different way. They just kind of it changes at the end, like here, like любить искусство, любить искусство, or let's go back and say любить Россию. So yeah. So like in Japanese they say Russia o aishiteru. Russia o aishiteru. So the o there is just like that you. It changes. It's the same as that marking the object. That's what happens in the accusative case. It's similar to that. So those of you who are studying Japanese, I just wanted to show you guys that. That's another good way you can look at it that way. But it's basically marking the object. Okay. So that's the first sentence, and I need to explain these here because these are part of the accusative case in Russian. All right. In Russian, when they talk about destination, when they're going to some place, that's an accusative case. Okay, all that is the accusative case. So here we have iti and yechat. So this iti, they both mean to go, but they're different. So iti, this means to go by foot, not by any vehicles, but you're going by foot. Iti. Yechat. Yechat. This here, yechat. This means this yechat is to go, but you're going by vehicles, airplanes, cars, whatever. You want to use yechat. All right. And what I've done here, I just used the different tenses. So ya idu, ya idu, ты идешь, on or она идет, мы идем, вы идете, and они идут. Okay, so these are just the different tenses there, and I did the same here with yechat. Okay. Now here we have masculine. Now we talk about some adjectives here in this accusative. In the accusative case, these are adjectives in the accusative case. If it's masculine, inanimate, in the accusative case, it's going to stay nominative in its regular form. If it's neuter, well, let's go back up. It seems like I'm going too fast. Masculine, inanimate is going to be nominative. Okay. For example, we have. Let's take this adjective here. Новый. Новый. That means new. If it's anytime it's in the accusative case, all right, If it's an accusative case, you're not going to change it. And I have an example sentence to show you guys. Okay? It's the first one down here. This is the example sentence using that no vu. Okay? So, я читаю мою новую книгу. Потом я хочу поставить на книжной полке. Я читаю мою новую книгу. Потом я хочу поставить на книжной полке. Okay? So let me translate and then I'll break some stuff down here. So I am reading my new book now. Oh, I missed теперь. It should have went there. Теперь is now. So I am reading my new book now. Потом, after that or afterwards, я хочу поставить. I want to put на книжной полке, on the bookshelf. Okay, so I'm reading my new book now. Afterwards, I want to place it or put on the bookshelf. Okay, so novi, as I explained, novi there, novi is new, and this is all accusative because now you have the verb. Okay, the object must be marked. All right, and knigu is the object, so it's marked. So kniga became u because it's accusative, right? So it's knigu from kniga. All right, and here let's back up. Novi. This doesn't change because, like we said before, it's masculine and inanimate, so it's going to stay the same. Novi knigu. Okay, so я читаю мою новую книгу. All right. Потом я хочу поставить на книжной полке. So this is prepositional case here. Now, книжная полке. So polka came polka polke. All right. So that's just an example sentence to show you guys how that works. And the other rules, neuter, if it's neuter, just what happened here is going to be the same. It's not going to change. For example, интересное. This is interesting. So if you were to use интересное, like instead of no vu, you say you want to use this word, then it won't change. Okay, in the neuter. If it's plural inanimate, it's the same. It's not going to change. It's going to be the nominative. It's going to be its nominative form. For example, importnye. Import, like importing something from overseas. So if you were to use this somewhere in the accusative form, in an accusative situation, it wouldn't change. Okay. It wouldn't change at all. All right. Okay, so let's move on to this next sentence here. Okay, so I'm going to try to use these here in accusative form so you guys can see how it works. Okay, so куда вы идете? Я иду на работу. В чем дело? Ничего. Куда вы идете? Я иду на работу. В чем дело? Ничего. So, where are you going? Куда вы идете? So, I'm going by foot. I'm walking to work. I'm walking. So, куда вы идете? Perhaps let's look at this way. I am walking. Let's say I ran to a friend. I was walking to the store and I saw a friend walking, and I asked them where they were going. I saw them walking, so I know they weren't driving a vehicle or whatnot. I just saw them walking, so I use идете. Okay. So, куда вы идете? Where are you going? Я иду на работу. So here, I'm going to work. All right? I missed the accent here. Я иду на работу. So, работа is work. And what happened, I became u because now it's accusative. So, работу, to work. It's a destination. We're going to work, so it's accusative. It's an accusative case. Okay? В чем дело? What's wrong or what's the matter? Ничего, nothing. Okay? So as you guys can see, this is the accusative, it's the destination, so we had to change работа to работу. Okay? Next one. Вчера когда я говорил с русскими, я ошибся и сказал неправильное слово. Вчера, когда я говорил с русскими, я ошибся и сказал неправильное слово. Okay? So, yesterday, when I spoke with Russians, this is plural, okay? Yesterday, when I spoke with Russians, I made a mistake and said the wrong word. Okay, so вчера, когда я говорил с русскими, so yesterday, when I spoke with Russians, я ошибся и сказал. I made a mistake and said, сказал is the past tense, неправильное, not the incorrect word. Slova, we know slova. Slova is incorrect, or slova is word. Неправильное, okay, and that's neutered, as you can see, because this word is neutered. All right. So we have pretty much we just use past tense there. We haven't talked about past tense. Let's see. Okay, move on to this next one. These both correspond with each other. Both these sentences here. All right, so ничего беспокоиться, потому что я думаю, что иногда нужно сделать шаг назад. Все мы делаем иногда ошибки. Again, ничего беспокоиться, потому что я думаю, что иногда нужно сделать шаг назад. Все мы делаем иногда ошибки. Okay? So, ничего беспокоиться. Now here I wasn't really sure if I could, ничего was like, it's nothing. Don't you worry. Perhaps I didn't have to use беспокоиться. Беспокоиться means don't you worry, and I believe it's a rude way of saying that. So let me know what you guys think. If I should use, instead of saying беспокоиться, should I just use ничего? Should I just use ничего and then go on with the sentence? I wasn't sure. So ничего беспокоиться. So it's nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Потому что я думаю, что. So don't worry. Don't you worry, because I think that sometimes иногда нужно сделать шаг назад. So sometimes we must take a step. Sometimes we must take a step backwards. Okay, so шаг is step, назад is going backwards. Okay, backwards. Шаг назад. Все мы делаем иногда ошибки. So all of us, все is all. Все. So все мы, all of us, делаем, we make sometimes mistakes. Иногда ошибки. Okay, and ошибки is plural here. We have plural. All right. So yeah, that's what it is, and yeah. So I love this sentence here. I love this. So yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry, because I think that sometimes we must take a step backwards. We all make mistakes sometimes. That's really good. That's really good. You guys might want to learn that. That's great. Okay. But yeah, this will conclude this lesson here for Russian, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there are any, you know what to do if there are any mistakes here, and yeah, if you see some weird stuff, just go ahead and put it down in the comment area, or make a video response. It will be great if you guys can make a video response. I love video responses. If not, that's fine. You can just put it down in the comment area, and yeah, thanks for viewing this video, and look forward to you guys' comments.